broke down laughing. I don't know about you. When you got to that stage, when you said that, so you go to farm, you thief Peking. So when they born you, they thief you. You said, no, they're not thief me. Oh my, I broke down on this year. Here. I don't know why that was so funny. And it shouldn't do. That is what Nigeria is. Now, I don't know how you see it. I just gave you the picture of the contraption, and this is just the one that is caught on camera. Think about others that you probably have no idea happened between yesterday and today, or happening right now that you are watching this broadcast. If the politicians are not using mass marriage, in Kano, they are marrying people who have no jobs, and it's a state policy. They're doing it all over the north. And that's why that guy said, did the minister know how he won his election? The Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly. I only provided the money. It's a normal ceremony here. Poor people who don't have anything, they still go on and get married, so that they can give birth to children that they cannot even cater for. And it's a policy here, so yeah, we love it. You know? So the another one is this. In Niger State, that same Niger State, is where they said their governor has borrowed. Anyway, let's go to Zamfara. The story from Zamfara is even more shocking. Baba, from the report that we have heard, over 500 people were kidnapped from over 50 villages in an operation that lasted for 3 days. And nobody heard about it. Zamfara. So the state government negotiated with the terrorists, and they released about 201 of those they kidnapped from that 500 plus. We have no idea of how many people still in their captivity right now. But it's not even a thing in Nigeria. It's not a thing. Just do everything in your power to make sure that you never get kidnapped. Because if you ever get kidnapped, about Ilonia, we may never see you again, no. And the rest of Nigeria will not even notice. Just warn you. Where they have about 500 people in captivity that nobody even cares. A lot of you don't even know. You are saddled with the problem of you are looking for petrol. It's too expensive. Or whether you have to pay to buy meat pie before you can buy petrol. Or maybe you have to bribe them with 1,000 or 2 before you can get your own jerrycans filled, right? You're saddled with that. While a lot of other people are currently being used as targets by terrorists up north. This platform is to just bring to your notice that things are happening, and Nigeria is claiming our victims every day. For those ones who have become the victims, congratulations to you that Nigeria has happened to you. And probably you would have to deal with that for the rest of your life. You know, those of us that I am worried for, many of you watching me here, who are still going to be the victims of this contraption. People come here most of the time and tell me, Nigeria happened to me last week. I'm glad you are alive to tell this story. Nigeria happened to me yesterday. Oh, sorry about that. I'm happy you are alive to tell this story. Tell me about it. Oh, Nigeria nearly happened to me last week. Now God saved me. I'm happy that God saved you. And you are alive to share this story. Please tell me about how Nigeria nearly happened to you. Because those that Nigeria happens to, they don't live to tell the story. I promise you. They don't. And I don't wish that on you. But we are all just victims waiting to happen. Don't ever forget that. We are victims waiting to happen. So for those who are coming together for coalition, alliance, and all of that, they should have it at the back of their mind that the only alliance that can rescue Nigeria rescue all of us from this stranglehold of these rogues, career criminals. It's for all of them to team together and join hands and help us destroy this establishment, this entire system. The rumbles from it, from the dust of that collapse, will create a new world that majority of them will not be needed to run. So if this is going to be the first and the last thing they will do, which will be to rescue us, is to join us and demand for the total breakdown of this contraption. But none of them, I suppose, is interested in that. Yeah? So that would then make it even more difficult to believe them that they are bringing you anything new. And that too will make me kind of remind all of you, dear Templars, you can be, remember this. So if you deceive me once, it's your fault because I trust you. If you deceive me twice, Baba, it is my fault for letting you do it again. If you are genuinely looking for a new Nigeria, it simply means that the current one has to die to give birth to a new one. You can't build a new Nigeria expecting to build it on this rusty, rigged, corrupt one and still expect it, and still call it anything new. You will be deceiving yourself. If you do believe that a new Nigeria is possible, you have to kill this one first. Because this one is out to kill all of us. And if you mean it and you're not a deceiver like we can suspect, before anybody tell you or sells you any alliance story, any alliance nonsense, ask them if they are willing and ready to join hands and destroy and collapse this current one, which indeed could claim some of them too. And then we can all go prepared for a new one that is going to emerge. The one that you and I possibly will have an input into. Anything short of that is just another deceit, another wasteful ride that you are going to follow them on. But me, Mayegun, since I don't have any influence or power to control what you do or how you do what you do, I shall be here to continue to remind you of this every day of your life. And see if you will make that mistake or you will listen to me this time or not. Above all, don't ever forget, if anybody comes and say things happening in Nigeria shock them, it is either they are lying or they are completely ignorant. But with the availability of information that a lot of us now have access to, all of us, including you, I don't think you can now get away with that, with that excuse of not knowing. If anybody says they don't know what is going on in Nigeria or those behind what is going on in Nigeria, before they make any decision about Nigeria, they are lying. I promise you. But on Mayegun's Diary Political, with what we have done, you cannot claim ignorance or I didn't know. Except if you just deliberately want to lie. But your conscience won't. You remember that? So we can see all the lies, all the charade, all the schemes, all of that. And we can see those who are intending to come and take advantage of but they do not want to fight their friends because their friends are still those who are dealing with you. They want to be the one to deal with you. These guys will come together and make Peter Obi. Listen to me very well. They will make Peter Obi your president if they have to make him your president. If that is the only way they have to get to power. And then, for the final time, they can finally have an excuse or their own reason why they will say, this is why we said that no Igbo man can rule Nigeria. See the Igbo man they are saying now, because you have a country and a system that allows criminals, 36 of them, to run mad and run amok across all your 36 states, ruling the place like a small mini emperors, looting and impoverishing their people, oppressing them as much as they can. Yeah? And do you really think by just making somebody your president or removing somebody as your president is the solution? When the system that allows these criminals to exist, these mini emperors to exist, this bunch of destiny killers and dream killers to exist, that system needs to die. Use your head, okay? And by the call for the entire system to die, you are simply calling for all of those who are saying they want to rescue us from Nigeria and those they want to rescue us from to commit a suicide. And that's exactly what I'm asking them to do. Let them come together and destroy what they have built, the fake Nigeria they have built. We can deal with the remnants of the life after. Anything short of that, my dear, you are going on a goose ride. A ride that is just a way of the elite to kind of make you think you have the power to influence anything. Meanwhile, all they want you to be part of is just to come and legitimize their participation. Use your participation as a legitimacy. You can't change and say, oh, they didn't tell us this one before. They will make Obi your president. Nigeria is gone. Okay? And they will need somebody to blame for it at the end of the day. When they are finished and done, to the point that Nigeria can no longer recover, then they make Obi your president. Increase your expectation. You will hate him in 3 months. You will bring down his government in 1 year. You will be so angry and hateful. And since he's an Igbo man, so if you're an Igbo man, somehow you want to buy into this idea of the alliance. I don't want to say you are stupid, but you probably might not be as smart as you think. And same thing goes to you, the obedience. Listen, I told you from the start, this is not going to be an emotional roller coaster for you. I'm going to need your head. And I'm going to also ask you to open your eyes. At the same time, I want you to probably believe what your eyes is telling you. Don't believe what your emotion is telling you. They have all the good words to say to you. We want to rescue Nigeria. We need to do something now. If not, Tinubu is going to kill all of us. This and all of that. You're going to buy it. You're never going to ask questions. But by the time the whole card is being played out, you will discover that you have helped criminals, okay, to use you again just to gain power and leave you in the lodge. And guess who is going to take the entire blame? While you are celebrating that finally Obi is president, then you will see the escalated increase in all the thieves, empowered by the corrupt system that has been sustaining them for a while. They will go mad. You will expect Obi to come and start arresting them. Obi to start showing them corruption is not good. Obi to start showing them that you have to do the construction of the road. Then you will realize that you have entered another one chance. A one chance that not just yourself will enter, even your Obi will enter. And it's in 3 months. It took these rogues almost 1 year to start saying Tifnubu must go, Tifnubu must go. I promise you, by the time Tifnubu is done and the journey these guys are taking you, allowing them to run amok for the next 3 years, why they promise you that they are building something to fight Tifnubu? You see what will happen? They will be done. Your economy is already gone. Your security architecture is dead. Okay? And the criminals have taken over all of your institutions. So it will be a very perfect time to now give you an Igbo president that all of you have been talking about all this while. Your Obi Oya, come and prove something. The first 3 weeks or the first 3 months will be enough to show to him that you want to rescue Nigeria. Don't rescue Nigeria. To rescue Nigeria right now simply means that you have to destroy this current establishment. No election. Don't support any goddamn election. Okay? The system is going to register you for election, Abi. And the system is going to print your election materials, Abi. And the system is going to conduct the elections, Abi. The establishment is going to announce your election winner, Abi. And then you are going to go to your court to believe that your judiciary is going to do something. Are you that stupid? No apologies, okay? I'm not trying to be nice to you. So if you want to get mad, get mad. You can't be that stupid to believe that's how it's going to happen. That's why I'm asking you that there's something that has to happen first. The alliance to destroy these establishments. If those who have benefited or those who built this establishment sustained it this long, and they are still alive today and they want to rescue me and you, let them first mobilize to destroy this current establishment. Destroy it entirely, shut down the entire country. Issue a different and a new constitution that actually represents everybody that is trapped in that contraption now. Set the rules for how or what type of election you want to be conducting. Okay? Get rid of all those rogues. I mean, APC have already planted all their guys. They've made them commissioners in INEC. Are you not aware of that? Is the alliance going to address that? Is their collaboration or whatever it's called going to address all of that? Or they just want to believe that once all of them come together, they can intimidate Tifnumbu? And you want to go with that? Okay, I know I can't really tell you what to do. I can tell you what to expect at the end of the day. Just like I told you, in 2022, more than a year before the year of the charade, only for all of you to come back later. Mayego, you have been saying it since last year. I didn't believe you. You better believe me now. You are about to embark on another journey, another deceitful one. Anybody will tell you, see, they won't give you new Nigeria. And they are not interested in destroying this current establishment, asking them to actually set forth on a very good footing. And you can, when you finish deceiving yourselves, you can dial my number, okay? For your confession time. Mayego, I want to confess. If you think what I propose is not possible, then your new Nigeria is a fake and it's not possible too. Do you understand? Listen, though, there is this general saying, we all need to come together. We all need to come together and fight these people, but we have not been able to. The politicians, the political class, they have about 14 million voters. Obi has more than 10 million. Atiku has more than 6 million. Add them together, you could possibly produce about 20 million Nigerians who are now trapped in Tifnumbu's APC. That would be very sad. And that is why anybody who is not asking to start with a new constitution, a place where Labour Party senators, APGA senators, PDP senators, again, PDP reps members, Labour Party reps members, APGA reps members, NNPC, Kwakwanso, they mentioned them too. Kwakwanso's House of Assembly and reps members, a situation where all of them cannot be mobilized to start a real opposition job in the National Assembly, instead of them waiting to collect their share from what Tifnumbu is sharing, deceiving all of you, then don't follow them. Don't believe them. If you don't follow them, your position will kind of be very, very, very plausible. Anybody who is not ready to face this establishment using their coalition, because they have ready-made people, they can shut down Nigeria. Okay? So if anybody is asking you, all of us come together, all of us come together, we are still trying to mobilize ourselves as the nationalist army, the people who want to be out of that contraption with our own autonomous region or independent countries, Biafra as well as the United States of the Yorubas. You see, all of this, we have our own that we do not have 10 million, 20 million, those who have tested their own electoral system. We don't have that on record right now. We believe they exist. So if we are those who have that 10, 20 million registered people like that, then we could possibly move down straight there on their street and shut the entire place down. Well, I'm talking to those who says they want to rescue us because they have the number to do it right, not prepare people for another disgrace, another embarrassment. And some people led to their death because they will kill some of you. You know how it be now? You don't have election in Nigeria, you have war. And you are just their collateral damage. So if they are proposing any coalition, like we are seeing, and that coalition is not the type that is going to ask Tifnubu and the rest of the gang to begin to count their days, then, like I said, I shall be here when the whole house of cards comes falling. And to my dear Igbo brothers and sisters, there is more trouble ahead, because what I smell now is pretty much like, while some criminals who have been out of power for so long are planning to come back without being held responsible for their past actions, they will hide under a man that majority of you younger people believe will never steal from you. It will be no steal. And the rogues who are going to have access to power begin to do exactly what they ought to have done a long time ago before allowing APC to come on. You know who you're going to blame? Your Obi. Everything you've heard and read and believe about Peter Obi will be gone through the window in a matter of weeks. So I'll leave it at that. Normally, right, we'll take calls and all that, but because I have overshot my time, so I just said to just run with it, okay, by not making it more boring for you. So to my friends who are still watching, please drop your offering, like the broadcast. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. And then those of you who have one or two things to say to what I have said tonight, if you wake up early enough tomorrow, you probably will be able to say them on the brunch time with Mayegun, which is going to be from 2 p.m. tomorrow, or maybe before then. Thank you so much for your time. And if you joined me midway, go watch this from the start again. Okay, I'll see you some other time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Ayíbi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé ẹ̀sùn ràjò
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé ẹ̀sùn ràjò
Máyégún ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé ẹ̀sùn ràjò
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì
Máyégún ti dé.
ayé ẹ̀sùn ràjì
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran òun.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí.